Sagittarius, welcome to Ascending Spiritually. This is going to be for August 1st to the 10th. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so that means not all the messages are going to resonate. If you want something tailored just for you, you can either go to ascendingspiritually.com or click the link in the description box below. So in tarot, there's not really any genders. It could resonate vice versa. If it's not going to pick up on you, then it's most likely someone that's in your auric field or someone that's just in your vicinity at this time. So let's see what you guys can expect. 10 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands, the Star card, 2 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, oh, messy, and the Hangman. So someone here has the option between two individuals. This could be the difference between an earth sign, someone between the ages of 20 and 35, who could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, someone who's slow, steady, someone who thinks from like logic and reason, someone that likes to have practical senses when it comes to the things in their life, versus someone who's in your life, probably on the verge of leaving, that is very flighty, inconsistent, and this is an individual that could have fire placements in their chart. With Leo, Aries, Sag energy, when it comes in the Knight of Wands, it's usually someone that's constantly on the go or someone that has a hard time really sticking to one place or one situation. They like to have that nomad energy where they experience new things, where they're adventurous, but sometimes it's at the cost of other people. Sometimes it ends up, hurting other individuals, especially if you're not upfront. And this individual has a tendency of not only being a cheater, a liar, but someone who you cannot trust this person's word. They have a lot of other individuals in their life, possibly, someone who's a flirt, someone who likes to have multiple partnerships going on at once. But there's a clear choice here if you do have a choice to make between two people. Are you going to choose a person that's going to cause you heartbreak and pain, or are you going to choose the individual that, yes, they're going to be slow in giving you what they want, but it's going to be a solid offer, something that's very I was going to say stagnant. Something that's not stagnant. At first it may be, but it's because the Knight of Pentacles wants to make sure that you're somebody who's worthy of their time, dedication, and effort. Someone here could be giving up on their family or giving up on something that initially caused them a lot of happiness, a lot of like emotional joy, but as time goes on, relationships evolves and change. So someone has decided to give up on fighting for a situation that doesn't serve them, either because of the fact that they've been wounded a lot or because of the fact that they're not able to put their defenses down. For example, if you're dealing with this Knight of Wands energy and this is the person that's in your life at this moment, it's very hard to let your defenses down when it comes to this person, because you just have this knowing feeling that they're not being genuine or that they're not being true to you, possibly to the promises that they may have given you. And it causes you to not only put a protective barrier up over you, but it causes you to also be in this energy of being wounded. So one of these people has caused you a lot of heartbreak and pain, not only because of the fact that they brought so many other individuals into your relationship, possible third parties, affairs, things of that manner, but it was just somebody that was very reckless in the way that they dealt with you. And it's to the point where now you have a band-aid over your head. So you're going to have to do some work on yourself, some healing. It's going to take patience and time, but just know that you do have a lot of angelic help. You're not alone, even at times when you feel like you're alone. At those lowest moments when you feel like you're in despair, when you just want to die and you just want to make everything stop feeling the way that you felt. It's almost as if there's something that comes over you, a person, an angel, that tends to bring you some sort of like solace or peace. So if you've ever noticed that whenever you do get to that dip, like that deep abyss, that really hard depression to get out of, it doesn't last for too long, because it seems like you have guides and people that watch over you. Could be past ancestors that try to help you, especially in times when you feel alone, like you don't have anybody working for you. With the Two of Cups here, there's a lot of emphasis on partnerships. So this doesn't just have to be relationships. It could be partnerships with people that you have just in general, work connections, co-workers, associates. There's a lot of influence on your emotional standpoint right now. So it's probably time for you to work on your heart, to work on your emotions, to work on the things that bring you happiness and joy. With the Hangman here, there is two people that you're connected to. You're in the middle on this Hangman stage, kind of like in the suspension. You're not going to be allowed to move forward until you make a choice about what it is that you want and what you're going to allow into your life. There's also people around you that don't have the best interest for you and your highest good. So be careful with asking other individuals for advice, especially if you're not sure that you can trust them 100%. One out of these two people is a snake. So the Knight of Wands is the snake, the person that can't be trusted. And the Knight of Pentacles, who's also wearing green in this reading, is somebody that has a mask. So the mask just may be, them not showing you how they truly feel about you, someone being, reserved with their emotions. It does not necessarily mean that they're fake. But this other person on the right-hand side, I think on your end, this person cannot be trusted. They just whisper sweet nothings in your ear. They know exactly how to manipulate you from an emotional standpoint. They do things that will trigger you. They may even pick fights with you in general just to kind of like make it seem like they're doing what they should. It's kind of like that energy of someone who messes something up just so they can come in and make it seem like they fixed it. It's really toxic. Whoever this Knight of Wands is, I really don't like them. I don't like the energy that they're in, and I'm kind of glad that they're in the process of leaving your life. Even if you haven't noticed it yet, this person is already 1 foot out the door. It's only a matter of time before that cycle closes out completely. But once they do end up leaving, it's not like you're going to be alone. The universe will send you somebody who's much more stable, somebody that actually has something to offer you. If it's not financial help, or financial abundance, it's somebody that is just there to give you that emotional support, that guidance. This will be somebody who's loyal, someone who's steady, that's there to stay, as opposed to an individual that's very inconsistent and, just from what I'm seeing, this person doesn't know what they want, and they kind of drag you along either because they don't want somebody else to love you or to provide the love that you offer them. It's really just a selfish energy from what I'm getting. So let me get another deck. That way I can get a deeper understanding of what's going on. Messages for my Sagittarius. 10 of Cups is here to tell you that you should focus on your finances, on your stability, on your home life, and your family. So if your family members are, people that you've been distant with, try to kind of resolve and heal that situation. I know it's going to be hard. Sometimes you have to love certain family members from a distance, but this is also a sign that you shouldn't alienate them or close them out completely. Even if, they don't resonate with the vibration that you're on, they are still your family members. So if they're not toxic and, they're not causing havoc in your life, just try to keep an open mind. With the King of Wands here, it's letting you know that you should give up on this individual that is on their throne. This is somebody who's very selfish. Yes, they know what they want and they go after it, but they do it in a manner that's like tactless. They don't really think about how it's going to affect other people, especially if it's somebody that you have a family with. This is like a masculine energy that does not know how to lead, but they keep putting out this projection that there's somebody who has it all, somebody that has it together. But behind closed doors, this is an individual that really has not evolved. Some of you may have children with this person, possibly 1 to 2 kids, maybe even 3 in the future. But just be careful, especially if this has been an ongoing cycle. It's like you don't want to keep going through this hamster wheel of heartbreak and pain. At some point, you're going to have to eject yourself. And it seems like you're not going to be the one to eject yourself. This person is already on their way out. And once they do that, because the Hangman did just flip upside down, it's going to get you out of this place of stagnancy. And it's going to help you release yourself to choose a new direction. So a new direction is here and available to you. You just have to have the strength. With the Strength card, you have to have the courage. You have to have the will from the inside to do what needs to be done, because you deserve much better than what you're receiving, or vice versa. I could be talking to the cross watcher, whoever's watching right now. But with the Strength card, you have a lot of resilience within you, especially considering what you've gone through during childhood and up until this point. You have been through a lot. You're still standing. It's just a little bit that's needed to go. Whatever this cycle is, it has probably lasted about 10 years, possibly, but you're about to be in a new chapter of your life, and you have to close this last piece of the cycle out, because if you don't, you're going to end up attracting somebody that's exactly like this, with the same amount of characteristics in a completely different body. So you have to find a way to heal yourself from within, so that you don't put out that frequency to bring back somebody that's just like, this flighty individual. 2 of Cups is here, signifying that there could be some type of move. Some of you will be moving to get closer to someone else, but because there's so many 10s in your reading, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, You are definitely in a completion stage of your life. So things are going to start changing, picking up, especially if they've been stagnant. But with the Ten of Swords, you will have to end something in your life that you may be reluctant to end. You've been trying to walk away from this person. It's like every time you walk away, they draw you back in, or something happens that ends up with both of you having to work with each other. Even after you've had your mind made up, it's like a hamster wheel cycle that just has a hard time being closed out. But there's a reason why. It's because you need to kind of solidify that lesson. That way, you can actually move forward to a more progressive love life, or just a more progressive stance as opposed to where you've been at. So with the Five of Wands, you can expect a lot of conflicts, arguing, fighting, possibly even ego trips, people trying to one-up each other. And with the Eight of Swords, this is going to keep you stuck in your head. Some of you feel confined, restricted, like you can't really move or maneuver the way that you'd like to. But this is just an illusion. Once you get yourself out of this position mentally, by finding the strength within you to choose yourself, to fight for yourself, everything is going to change from that point forward. So that's the end of your reading. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.